family office manager, started about 4 months ago. So relatively new, though not totally new to the business. My father was general counsel at the manufacturing company for 27 years. And so I affectionately refer to myself as a G2. I'm kind of in that family office space. When the family was a little bit smaller, my father kind of had helped develop the governance structure that I continue on these days. It is very much a journey, and one in which we had two different family lines in our business, and those two family lines actually went decades without speaking to one another in some instances. And then a smaller group of about 5 to 8 individuals about a dozen years ago kind of decided that, hey, we want to be more transparent with both family lines and want to integrate those family lines together. And so developed kind of our current governance structure, but those conversations took years to have. And so it is for sure something that is not a static thing. It's dynamic, it's ever changing. And so just want everybody to kind of to be aware of that, because it's been heartening to hear that in every sort of interaction that we have with family businesses across the country and world, to develop that transparency and trust. And that is integral, obviously, to moving the business forward. And we utilize Trusted Family for a lot of those sharing of details. Integrating that all into one place has been incredibly helpful for us to be able to push the family to one place. It used to be it would either be, in-person conversations or emails or whatever. And so now that we've got sort of a one-stop shop that allows us to share that, obviously, everybody in the same time. And then they're all getting that same information. Scheduled out those meetings with both the interested next gens and then their parents as well. And so all of that is kind of in this sort of, we've got a calendar of a year in the life of the shareholder. And so kind of each month has different things on that. And to your point, they can go to Trusted Family on each of those days when we start filtering out that information, and they're all going to the same place to fill out the same surveys. And then that comes back to us. And then we obviously start reaching out for those meetings and all of that. But it's, to your point, it is a curated, thoughtful exercise in sort of everybody obtaining the right information at the right time. It is for sure a challenge, and it seems like too, it's always great because it means that people want to be involved in what we have going on. And so obviously that's kind of, our overarching goal is engagement. And that obviously means different things for different people. But if, that's sort of our measure of success, is if folks are engaging with this and coming to these meetings and involved in whatever they want to be in, that obviously is kind of success on our end. We've evolved in kind of structuring the conversations with people as they come of age, and how sharing that information is now a little bit easier, or we can do it in the private vaults that are on Trusted Family that we are starting to utilize a lot more, and sort of how we can help foster those conversations with the generations of when folks become 25, 30, of, hey, how are we as a family office able to help start those conversations about wanting to be an engaged shareholder, wanting to be an informed shareholder as well, and all those, and how that's made so much easier by the Trusted Family platform, and how we're starting to think about it, and again, getting everybody the same information at the same time. That has been an interesting thing where it cuts out too. I think there's been some family member frustration of just so much paperwork, obviously, and so if they can cut out one of those steps, that private vault has, I think, proved useful. It's been helpful for us as a family office to help obviously keep that in an area where the family member knows that that's safe and only we have access to it. And that has helped foster some conversations quickly on some, whether it's trust matters or some other additional sort of items, that those conversations have happened quicker. My feed obviously is quite busy, and some of our family members are as well, but it all is laid out in an incredibly helpful way, and it's fun to see the engagement that so many family members have with it. Our G3s are far more willing to be transparent on a lot of things, and that's even, I think, amongst themselves. They share far more information with each other on how they're thinking about different financial arrangements or just kind of what they're doing than certainly our G1s and G2s were. And so that's kind of been heartening for me to see that and be able to help facilitate those conversations.